Hello and welcome back. That was a quick turn of events here. As usual, we faint and we recover pretty quickly after that. Yes, hello. I'm saying hello not to you, unfortunately, though I'll say hello to you in a second. I was saying hello to my impatient kitten here, who wants some attention. And now I shall say hello to everybody else. Welcome back, yet again. Okay, enough silliness. Now, let's see. We need to collect some elk meat, if you guys recall. We need some elk meat to lure a particularly large white wolf who is the leader of I don't know, of a bunch of wolves that are harassing Alberton. However, I'm having trouble I'm finding goblins, I'm finding wolves. I'm not finding elk meat. And I don't believe I need a lot of it. It's kind of a cool place for a windmill on top of the hill, yeah, where it's windier. You can hear it cracking. Blades are cracking. However, okay, we have spiders, we have spear flingers, and we can just outright defeat wolves here. Whoa. So this loading is from the lag. It's not the internet itself or my machine. Anyways, doesn't matter. What matters is finding some elk meat. And apparently I'm having trouble doing just that. But why? Why is it so hard? Has somebody all of a sudden exterminated all the elks, or they just kept running down south? As you heard from the Hobbit, they said they came from the north, a bunch of elk running away, maybe from the wolves. Ironically, we have to defeat an elk to deal with the wolves who are attacking the elk, but, you know, makes at least some sense, so... Okay. At this point, guys, I'm seriously doubting what I'm doing here, because I haven't seen a single elk. Not one. Not close, not far, not anywhere. So I don't know. I feel I'm a little betrayed here by the instructions of the elf. Oh, maybe these guys. Okay. Finally we found some young greensword hind. I'm sorry, I have to do this. It will be quick. Well, a little longer than I expected. However, now we're good. Now we can bring the elk meat to Gamgee. It's a nice area here. Reminds me of Bree, actually, a little bit. Except for the giant spiders, but, you know. A little bit my homeland. Which is not that far, really, but still some distance. Okay, so now... Let's see. Wow, we've traveled far. I didn't expect that. Because basically I have been beating the bounds for over a year now. Oh, have you now? Bounder. Yes, we know all about the bounders. Anyways, I was saying that I didn't expect to travel so much for a single elk. But it is what it is. Okay. Oh, he's been on one too many hunting trips, if you ask me. I didn't ask you, but okay, fine. Too many hunting trips? Too many adventures for a hobbit, huh?
Just a moment.
Have you found the meat yet, Vasselborg? Well, actually I did just now.
Might I speak with you a moment?
This meat will do fine. Now all we need is to set the trap. Like I was telling the folk in town, I saw the pack up away northeast of here. If you head there, you should catch sight of some of the younger wolves, and the big fellow won't be far away. The big wolf most likely will be hid up in a cave or a hole near the pack. Leastways, that's always how all the good tales tell. You might try placing the meat outside of his cave to lure him out. You should try not to use all of the meat, though. I wouldn't mind a few strips of fried elk for lunch. Oh, the typical hobbit. Setting the trap, huh?
Just a moment.
The wolves should be just north of Alberton in Stonecrop Tor. You should hurry and deal with the wolves before they start hunting here in town. Okay. I guess I should hurry. I'm not sure if defeating a single wolf, even if their name is Bonefang, would be sufficient to protect the village or the town from wolves, but okay. It's their theory. Oh, he's probably in that cave, huh? Well, actually those are not caves, or like they are cavelets rather. Stonecrop Tor. Okay, calm down, wolves. Calm you down. Giant spiders and all. Okay. Now, where did we decide he might be? There's so many of those. Are those built by the wolves? I doubt that. Okay. Okay. Weird bright light among the dark clouds. Yes, I mean, look at that. So bright. Okay. Is that the leader? Well, might be. Oh no, never mind. My first step is to actually put stuff on this large flat rock. This seems like a good place to put the elk meat. I forgot all about the elk meat after all the trouble I got into obtaining it. Of course I should place it first. Oh, that was quick. Bonefang appears here. Okay. Oh, hello there. Yeah, you're large and tough, but not as large as tough as me. Okay. I hope that does it. In terms of all the quests we had to do in terms of the farmer's market, which defeating this giant wolf had nothing to do, I'm sure, but other than, well, sure, we helped Gamgee, but how is that related again to the preparations for the farmer's market there? I have no idea. In any case, let's see what transpires here. No one has been too pleased with all the uproar. What with those nasty locusts in the fields. Yeah, I agree with you on that. They were quite nasty.
Just a moment.
What a story this will make. What with wolves crossing the Brandywine and sturdy folk driving them off. I'll have to get old Ronald in Dwelling to write me a letter to my cousin Sam to tell all about it. Oh, Samwise Gamgee, would that be? That'll be fun. Sam's kitchen knife? How's cousin Sam left this sturdy knife with him without much explanation? That's funny. Samwise Gamgee left him? Did it mail it to him? Because I doubt Samwise Gamgee walked all the way to Alberton, but maybe. How's old hunting bow? Hal Gamgee often used this bow while hunting in Northfarting, and he has passed it on to you for your help. I just happen to have better bow. Strange flowers? What? Hal found this odd flower beyond the North Moors, where he claims he saw a walking tree. That's a possibility. That doesn't make the flowers strange though, they're just white flowers. Okay, that's just funny. Anyways, let's get the old hunting bow. And now what?
Might I have a word with you?
With the wolf gone, the road to Dwalling is now clear. This is good news because many from Dwalling usually come down for the market. They bring down their glassware and trade it for our produce. Oh, I see. That way, people from Dwalling won't be afraid to come down here for the market. Okay, so it's still related to the market. Okay, fine. I'll be Northcotton, up at the Northcotton farm. Yes, I know where he is. Will want to know that we're ready down here and that the road is clear. The road is clear.
What do you need?
The road is finally clear, yes. Very well then, very well. Wonderful. Okay. Now we have to write to Albin, Northcotton, and I assume by finishing that quest we finish the meta quests of helping all the hobbits around here, which should be good. I also assume that means we'll be done with this area at least for now, and that is fine as well. Now let's see if I can remember the way. Okay, this should be good actually, right? Yeah. Right up that big tree, and then around, and here we are at the Northcotton Market Grounds yet again. Okay.
Just a moment.
Everything is all set with nibs, and the road to Aldburton is safe as well, you say? You have been busy. Oh, yes. Yes, and now that we've finished the mega quest.
Hello.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe. It is all done and ready. I was sure we would have to cancel. But not only are we ready to go, you've gotten us ready early. Well, I'm glad. Okay, so now have a trusty Shire knife. It's not too bad. Disused Bounder Greatsword. Also not bad, but we have better stuff. Dusty Mountaineer Axe. Inherited Warhammer. A Hobbit crafted hunting bow. Okay. A proper walking stick. Very funny. Notched Bounder's Club. Odd looking stone. Boar Hunter's Spear. Or a heirloom battle gauntlet. Okay.
Could I take a moment of your time?
You have helped us greatly, and for that I am very thankful. I have one last thing to ask of you. The market will be opening tomorrow. I was hoping you would head up the road to Dwalling. Excuse me, guys. Apologies about the sound in the background. Okay, so I was hoping you would head up the road to Dwalling and let the hobbits there know that, thanks to some outstanding help, we're starting the market a little early this year. Just follow the road east from Alberton, and soon enough you'll come to Dwalling. Find Hop Hillbrow and let him know. Farmer's market is open.
What do you need?
If you do not let them know, we might as well not open yet. Hurry it up. Hurry it up? No, you're not pressuring me after everything I've done for you, okay? Yes. No way. Yeah, those clouds or the lights are strange today. Okay. Hold on just for one more second, guys. Yep, I was a little perplexed about the strange light. I guess the sun is too bright. But, you know, sometimes that happens, I guess. Sometimes there is fogginess in the air that kind of makes the diffuse light seem bright. Anyhow, this is not the way to Alberton. Actually, guys, it doesn't even matter. Sorry, boar. I have to get right off of you. It doesn't matter because what I have decided to do is to continue with the epic quest where I have to talk to Aragorn and Rivendell. And if you guys recall, we ended the last episode with us acquiring a kinship or kindred level with the hobbits, and I did some negotiations with them and some local elves. Well, not local, but around here. And they've all agreed that I can travel to Rivendell without much trouble. Okay, so basically the hobbits vouched for me. So now I have a new skill, which is to return to Rivendell, and so I'll just do that. I'll just directly go there, and hopefully we have some marvelous adventures with Aragorn. And then we shall come back here, don't you worry, and continue our adventures in Evendim. Beautiful here in the Rivendell Valley, huh? So here is the guest rooms, or here are the guest rooms. Beautiful architecture. And Aragorn actually has to be here. I assume after that we have to go back to Estildin in the North Downs. Alright. Off my thoughts return to the east, to my brother and father, and the safety of Gondor, said Boromir. But we're here for you, Aragorn. That was quite a transition, guys, from all the old problems and other stuff right up to Aragorn. It has been long since I walked on the green grass and sang among the birches of Imladris.
I thank you for this news.
Oh, that I could be there to aid in those matters. About the council in Estildin, of course. But it would seem my fate lies to the south and not the north. I will compose a message for Halbarad and ask Master Elrond if one of his elves could carry it to Estildin. You have done enough, and you have my thanks. For now, take what ease you can here in Rivendell. Snakeskin locket, and not trinket, but it brings luck fighting serpents. Very interesting. Tinker's shoes, Daredile, or Rendile. Okay, well, I have better stuff, but the snakeskin locket is quite interesting.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Where you will find the last homely house east of the sea, Bassador. The road to Imladris is not as forgiving as once it was, and I commend you for your efforts. Well, I just, use some special skills. Not that we won't come here to Rivendell the hard way as well. I hope the waters of the ford have calmed since our passage. We left them in turmoil. I fear the cause of the troubles is not yet concluded. Lord Elrond is the master of the house here. He should be given news of your arrival. You will find him in his library on the upper floor of the last homely house, to the northeast. The Troubles of Rivendell.
Greetings.
Elrond will be most interested to hear of your journey, Bassador. Speak to him in his library on the upper floor of his house, to the northeast. And what about the other quest? A momentous decision? Let me double check.
Greetings.
We might as well, guys. We're here, right? I have borne this broken blade for many long years, Bassador, always unused. For these are the shards of Narsil. Oh wow, we're getting epic here, guys. Yes, Narsil, the sword wielded by Elendil of Westernese in battle before the Black Gate of Mordor, the sword that broke beneath him in battle with Sauron upon the slopes of Orodruin. Though Gil-galad had fallen, and Elendil was slain, two still stood against the might of Sauron in the shadow of that fell tower. Isildur, the son of the king, and Elrond Half-Elven, herald of Gil-galad. It was with the hilt shard of Narsil that Isildur cut the One Ring from Sauron's finger, and the power of the Dark Lord was broken. The light of Narsil was extinguished, but its shards came again to the north, though Isildur himself never returned from the Gladden fields. The shards have been passed from father to son in his line for years beyond count, but the sword has never been remade. The old victories did not last, Bassador, and the shadow has returned. We have need of Narsil's light once more. The blade must be reforged. Speak with Hemeldir at the forges here in Rivendell, in the northwest corner of the Vale, and tell him of my decision. I would have him know that Narsil is to be remade. Wow, this is quite an honor, Aragorn. A momentous decision, indeed, for me to carry the shards of Narsil for you.
Greetings.
We will have need of the light of Narsil to combat the darkness on the horizon, Bassador. Seek out Master Elrond's trusted smith Hemeldir, and ask him what must be done if the sword is to be reforged. You will find Hemeldir at the forges here in Rivendell, in the northwest corner of the Vale. Wow. Okay then. So, let's see. Let's see here. Well, let's first go to talk to Elrond and see whether he bids us to return back to Esteldine, because I assume that's what we're supposed to do, right? Maybe he'll send an emissary, one of the elves. Maybe not. I'm not sure, but I think that would be. It would be good for us to know whether we have to return to the North Downs again, even if briefly. Because after that, again, we have to do the quest in Evendim, or adventure in Evendim, rather. And it will only make sense that we want to be kind of done with the North Downs first. Though, of course, as you know from previous episodes, we started our adventures in around Old Barton and other areas of Evendim already. So, for consistency, I don't want to stretch things too much, and that's why we're here. In the beautiful Last Homely House. Okay, so let's see. I think we need to go one more level up, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am though. Oh, that's Elrond's library, or the top level at least, which is just fine. Wonderful. And now let's see, we can go down here. And of course we'll marvel at everything here, because this won't be the first or the last time we're here. Well, this is really the second time we're here, I think, but my point is, I'm sure we'll have to come here many times. It's such a key location in Middle-earth. In the last homely house, you shall find rest and refreshment from your long road.
A strange fate brings you hither.
The path you took to my doorstep has been perilous, Bassador, and its dangers all too common in these dark days. If you will consent to lend us your aid, it will not be the least of your challenges.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Welcome to Imladris, Bassador. It is good that you have come. Rest well, but not too deeply or too long. We have need of adventuring folk, for there is evil beyond the Vale. Not more than 2 months ago, a hobbit by the name of Frodo Baggins and his companions were pursued to the ford of Bruinen by servants of the enemy. I speak of the Nine, the Nazgul, fell creatures in the service of Sauron, and though the Bruinen fell upon them at my command, we have found the steeds of only 8. One of the riders is unaccounted for. The Bruinen fell upon them at my command. Impressive, right? Though I think you got some helpers there, didn't you, Elrond? My sons set forth with scouts bound to them by friendship to seek this missing rider. I ask that you speak with Elladan at their camp of Thorenhad among the Bruinen gorges, and lend your aid to the search. We must learn where this Nazgul has gone, and most importantly, his designs. Okay, so in other words, they want us to adventure here in the troll shows, which is a much later deal. Where is the horse and the rider? Yes.
Will you lend me your aid once
The
more?
missing rider, huh? My sons have established a camp, Torrent Hat, on the northern reaches of the Bruinnan Gorges. Seek them north of the Bear Dens and lend your assistance to Eladan in this manner. In this matter, I guess. So, let's do the following. Let's talk to Hemeldir about the Shards of Narsil. Beautiful, beautiful. After which, we should return to Evendim and continue our adventures there. Because everything needs its time and takes time. And I think it's only natural that we continue there first. So, once we're out of here, we will be able to ride our boar again. I guess it's inappropriate to ride a boar inside the last homely house, so we didn't do that. Here, however, we can. Okay, so for now we're done with the epic story. I think for quite a while. I guess we'll pick up only once we adventure through the entirety of Avendim and maybe then the troll shows, we shall see. But yes, it will be a while. And that is fine. I'm sure we have more pressing matters to deal with in Avendim as well, so I'm not disappointed or anything. I'm not impatient either. Because there is interesting story everywhere, as long as you look carefully for it. And lots of things to see everywhere, lots of details. But since we picked up that quest from Aragorn, I'm kind of, you know, on the mind of continuing with it for now, unless it takes forever and involves much higher level stuff, which I doubt, but you know. Okay, wow. Would you look at that place too? In the Rivendell Valley? The Forges of Rivendell. There are many things a fellowship could accomplish that none could do alone. Yes, of course, Enefan. Accept my welcome to the Forges of Imladris, friend. Thank you, Hemeldir.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Narsil is to be reforged? My heart would be filled with joy at this news, friend, for Aragorn and for all of Middle-earth, if it were possible. The shards were kept a while in Imladris for safekeeping, and I often gazed upon them. It is with sadness that I must tell you that reforging the sword may not be possible, oh no. Its history is known to me, long and storied as it is, but I will tell you only the portion that causes me to grieve. Of old, elves of the House of Feanor crafted numerous wonders, items of great power and beauty. Among these were the Silithire, adamants possessed of the light of the stars. The dwarfsmith Telkar used one of those stones, or one of these stones, in the creation of Narsil, and the Silithire it was that caused the blade to glow with silver light when wielded in battle. All of the Silithire were lost during the long centuries since the forging of Narsil. I see. Without such a stone to use in the reforging, the sword will never achieve the greatness it once had. I'm sorry. Bring this news to Aragorn with my sorrow.
Greetings to you.
I'm sorry, friend, but any sword forged from the shards of Narsil will be a lesser weapon without the Silithire to use in the forging. Return to Aragorn in the guest rooms along the road that winds up the southern slope of the Vale of Imladris, and tell him the cause of my sorrowful news. I understand. Okay. Alright guys, I shall see you back where Aragorn resides right now. Well, actually haven't been on that path before together guys, so let's ride together on this side. Everywhere so beautiful, so colorful, in a natural, pleasing way. Yes, Rivendell. It is a special place. The elves have chosen carefully this refuge. Did you travel far to come to the valley? Well, yes and no. Cool rocks here. And a cool, more improvised of a bridge. Nice. Okay, now we're close to the guest house. And Aragorn has to accept that fate. Unless he has some idea about where one of those stones, very special ones, can be found within Middle-earth. Our errand depends on the secrecy, so our numbers must be few. Yes, I agree, Legolas. Many challenges await the peoples of the North in the days ahead.
Greetings.
You have returned from speaking with Hemeldir. What did he have to say about the reforging of Narsil? I see. Hemeldir is a fine smith, but he shares the dour outlook of his people. If he needs a Scimitar to reforge the sword of Elendil, we will find for him a Scimitar. I'd like your decisiveness, Aragorn, but I'm not sure.
Greetings.
When I was very young, my father Arathorn was slain by orcs, and my mother brought me to stay here at Rivendell. I was called Estil by my mother Gilren, and by all those who dwelt in the Vale, and I rode far afield seeking adventure with the sons of Elrond. I consider him my father as much as did Eladan and Elrohir, the other two of the sons, right? At the age of 20, Lord Elrond took me aside and told me my true name and of my heritage, that I descended in unbroken line from Elendil of old. He gave to me the ring of Barad-dûr and the shards of Narsil, but he withheld the scepter of Annúminas, saying I had yet to earn it. He withheld, too, another treasure, but I will not speak of that. Soon afterward, I went in search of a Scimitar with which Narsil might be reforged. Yes, I knew then of the ancient Scimitar and of the need for one. But I was young and I did not pass the test that was set before me. The time had not come for Narsil's remaking. I have a message from Master Elrond. Bring it to him faithfully, and return with his words, and I will better know how to proceed. Here is my message. I know now what Gwyndet sought of me in the watery darkness, and I am prepared to give it. Interesting, cryptic words. Elendil was a wiser man than I. I await your return, Passport. Very interesting. A man called Estel, and that's you, Aragorn.
Greetings.
Find Master Elrond in his library and tell him my message. Sure, he will understand these words and can better guide our course. Alright, my friends, this got quite epic. Next time we'll continue with this quest, but we shouldn't linger here for too long, because then we shall venture back and talk to Hop Hilbro in Dwelling in Evendim. Take care. Goodbye.